Let's try this again with the tortillas. What I want is a rounder, less flexible, a little more tortilla that's more willing to bend to my needs, for lack of a better saying. I'm going to use butter this time. Hopefully less flour and less water. I'm going to add water as I need it. So I have 3/4 of a cup of water. I'm only going to do probably a quarter of it, and then work my way up if I need it. Same rising flour, salt. I've already melted 3 tablespoons worth of butter. I have my water. Actually, I have one of those water pitcher filters, and I keep it in the fridge because when I drink it, I want it to be cold. So I just warmed it up because they don't want to. You're not supposed to put cold water, or at least that's the recipe that I have. I'm going to use the same recipe, but the only changed variable is butter. So enough blah blah blah, and let's get down to business. So now I have my bowl here, and I need 2.5 cups of flour, 1 cup, 2 cups, 1 teaspoon, this is a 1/2 teaspoon measure here, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, 3 tablespoons. I'm going to use butter this time for my fat, and now I'm going to mix it all together. So now that we have it mixed in, let me put some water in. I'm going to put about a 1/4 of a cup, and then work my way up from there. Another 1/4 of a cup. So there we go. I think this is where it needs to be. I'm going to put a wet towel over it and let it sit for 10 minutes. Alright, we let this thing sit for 10 minutes. It has changed shape just slightly, so that's good. That's sort of what we're going for. Now, the big factor in doing this is shaping them. Shaping them I had problems with the last time, so now I bought one of these. Tortilla press. This should help along with the process. I put a piece of wax paper in it so that the sides won't stick, and we should be good to go. So what we want to do first, grab a piece, roll it into a ball. I like the way this feels. I think we may have gotten it this time. I put a little bit of flour in here just to be on the safe side. Put it in the center, and press down. Now, tortilla press isn't the be-all end-all fix, but okay, this is a great tortilla for a like a G.I. Joe figure. This would be a giant. So I think I just need more dough. I like the way it sits though. I think it's sitting right. So I'm going to take a risk. Just flour this down. This is of course clean, but flour this down. Put the tortilla down. Let's try another one. That looks acceptable. I wish it were a bit wider. It's not stretching out as much as I'd hope. It is pretty malleable, which is nice. So it is, it does allow stretching, which is nice. That's a big issue. So that's a decent size. It's not giant by any stretch, but it is usable. Let's go ahead and put it on the heat. It's okay, but just a little too thick. This is a better size one. I think I really just have to press down harder on that tortilla press to really make it go. So here we go. Let's take a look at this guy. It's a bit thick. It is cooked all the way through though, at least. The flavor's right. I mean, the dough isn't right because it doesn't stretch as much as I'd like. It was still too elastic for what I think it needs to be. Flavor's passable. I think I'm looking at another C+ here. Last time the shape wasn't right and the dough was too wet and then too dry and too elasticy. I think the dough was, as far as just like moisture content, is okay. I think the elasticity still wasn't there. I'm using the self-rising dough again, but maybe the baking powder, because this has it mixed in, but maybe regular flour with baking powder is still the way to go. But this, I'm going to give myself a C+ for it. They are bigger, so I can at least make tiny tacos with them. It's not going to be a giant taco, but it's passable, and it is edible, which is giant.